Hey guys, Waxberry here. Today we're going to be going over the Golden Majesty series in Genshin. It's the 5-star weapon series that was released during the Liyue story quest, and it's very interesting. It mentions a lot of things about Zhongli. Some of them are kind of spoilers, so just be aware of that. They're probably going to be revealed very soon in the story. So the first one we're going to go over is the Unforged. So the basic explanation is capable of driving away evil spirits and wicked people alike. This edgeless claymore seems to possess divine might. So here it explains a long time ago a dragon there was to be found in Liyue, not a dragon that soared the skies, but one whose abode was the mountain. So this dragon, if you guys saw the trailer for 1.5, is Ashtaha. It's the basically the master of the Geovishaps. So it was an ancient dragon of stone, as large as the very mountains it called home. So this is its slumbering place, and the problem with this dragon is that it was creating trembles and shaking the land of Liyue just by by the tiniest movement. So Zhongli went to confront the dragon to stop it from quelling the earth. And when he confronted the dragon, he not only brought peace, but he also made a comrade of Ashtaha. But this camaraderie didn't last, so it ended for one reason or the other. And it says that the dragon was sealed in the bowels of the earth. So he was actually sealed under that giant tree in Liyue where that little girl is standing by. And the Geovishaps, it says that they fled into the roots of the mountains. So as you can see, in now that the seal that's holding them has begun to break, that's why the Geovishaps have been roaming around, and we start fighting it. But it says here, the legend holds that those who triumphed over the dragon stabbed this sword into the ground next to the giant tree that subdued the ancient dragon. So the Unforged is actually a seal for Ajdaha that was placed beside the tree. And it says, as one of the seals, monsters and malevolent mortals would be unable to touch it. So it says the only people who can pick up the Unforged are those with hearts as pure as clear mirrors. So this is the explanation of the Unforged. The next one we're going to look at is Memory of Dust. I don't own this one, but we're going to get the explanation from Genshin Impact Fandom. This one is extremely interesting. So just like the Skyward series, again, the Catalyst has an extremely interesting story. The Memory of Dust, it's actually a stone dumbbell that was given to Zhongli by Guizhong. So Guizhong's not mentioned in the story yet, so this is kind of spoilers again. But Guizhong is the Archon of Dust, and she met Zhongli a long time ago, and she gave the first thing she gave to Zhongli was the Memory of Dust. It was a stone dumbbell, and when she gave this stone dumbbell to Zhongli, she made a challenge with him, which was to unlock it. And she said that the Memory of Dust contains all of her wisdom, and it was actually a mark of their pledge. Basically, it was an informal contract between Zhongli and her. But unfortunately for Guizhong, she died during the Archon War. And at the time when she was dying, she died among the glaze lilies, which was her favorite flower. That's why when you look in the Rite of Parting in the game, that they have us put glaze lilies there because it was a flower related to Guizhong. But as she was dying, she wanted Zhongli to forget about the Memory of Dust. But after she said that, she made another challenge with Zhongli. So this is what she said. She said, "All my wisdom is hidden within this stone dumbbell, if you can unlock it." And when she said that, that's when she died. So Zhongli never got to hear what she was going to tell him. But Zhongli, even after all these years, he's never been able to unlock the dumbbell. So he's never been able to unlock the Memory of Dust and see what's hidden, what wisdom is hidden in here. So she was smarter than Zhongli. They were described as a duo, and she was the brains and he was the brawn. But yeah, that's the story of the Memory of Dust, and hopefully that is elaborated on it later in the story. Even the name of the weapon's basically memory of Guizhong, because she's the Archon of Dust. But okay, so let's look at the next one, which is the Summit Shaper. This one I also don't own, but we're going to be getting the information from Genshin Impact fandom. So the lore of this weapon shows first like a prayer that was being given to Zhongli by the people of Liyue. They were saying, "Where have my lovers and children gone? When will those who have departed return to us?" And they were basically under great suffering. And when Zhongli heard those prayers, in response to them, he started to craft a blade. And this he carved a long blade from a pure slab of golden core lapis. And in the legend it says with a single slice he cut a corner clean off a mountain. So that's why it's called Summit Shaper. And after he made the blade, he made a solemn oath that those scattered he would gather, and those who broke the contract he would punish. Then he said those who had lost their loved ones, were robbed of their possessions, deprived of justice, he would receive recompense. So this is the story of the creation of the Summit Shaper, and there's like a little prophecy given on the lore of the weapon, which is pretty interesting. Yeah, it says that to break a contract is to make an enemy of this land where gods once ruled, and sooner or later the mountain Rex Lapis cut will fall upon those who break contracts. But then it says here, a legend still circulates saying that this weapon's true owner will one day return to walk among mortals. And it says at that time the sword will once again gleam gold, and its light will cut through the greatest of this world's injustices. So I'm not sure if the true owner is Zhongli, but and if this is going to happen later in the story, or if it's going to have any relevance at all. But I think it's pretty interesting. And the last one we're going to look at is Vortex Vanquisher, which is the sword we see Zhongli use in the story, and then the trailer. An interesting fact, in the trailer, Zhongli, when he's the place that it shows Zhongli using the Vortex Vanquisher, it's actually a place that was created by Guizhong, so like the land of clouds. I'm not too sure what it's called, but in the lore it says that Guizhong helped to make that place with cloud retainers. So Vortex Vanquisher, it says here, this sharp polearm can seemingly pierce through anything. When swung, one can almost see the rift it tears in the air. So this one describes the battle Zhongli had with the sea god that we fight in the story. So I'm not too sure if this sea god is the same one that's described in the Primordial Jade Spears lore, but explains that that in ancient times, when ships sailed alongside sea monsters, in those days Liyue Harbor was not at peace, not from those creatures from the deep. So it says that with great vortexes and whirlpools, it would smash even the strongest of ships and drag its prey down into the sunless depths. And it says here that a divine island would emerge from the sea, rainbow-clad and fog-shrouded. So it says that others say that this island is a great monster. So I think this is kind of related to things you might see like in fairy tale books where, like, you know, that huge turtle, it's a monster, but its back is an island. I think it's something like that. The island was kind of like drawing people there because it was said to have ancient treasures, and I guess when they would go to the island they might get killed or something like that. But it says that Zhongli put an end to the sea monsters that threatened Liyue with this spear. So it says here, they believe that Rex Lapis once wielded a spear that pierced the rainbow, pinning the churning vortex that had once terrorized the oceans in the center of the deep sea. So since he defeated the sea creature that was causing the vortex in the ocean, that's why this spear is called Vortex Vanquisher. But again, there's prophecy given with this weapon as well. It says, legends have it that since then one can often see dolphins and whales congregate about that patch of ocean singing. Some hold that they mourn for the god that they revered. And then it says here that one day the vortex, consigned to a dead stillness by the Lord of Geo's divine spear, will once again begin to wake. So I'm not sure if this prophecy was already fulfilled in the story when we fought this same beast. during the child story quest, because this is as large as a 9-headed Hydra. So this is definitely the creature that we fought in the story. But yeah, maybe this already happened, or it could be talking about something that will happen again. But yeah. So this is the story for the Golden Majesty series. As of now, these are all the weapons. I'm not sure if a bow is going to be released. If it is in the future, I'll definitely make an update video. But this is it for now. I hope you liked the video. If you're new to the channel, feel free to leave a like and subscribe for more content like this. And this time, for definitely the next video is going to be the Royal Weapon series, so stay tuned for that, and thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.